Hello and welcome to the CGAI networking event. Can I know your name, please?
Hi, I'm Snail from Accolade, Hyderabad.
All right. And since how long you're a member of CGAI?
Fourth year.
Very nice. And why CGAI?
It gives a good platform where we can showcase and for inquiries also. No, I do not have a great product with me, but as and when I have some inquiry, I've got through the right person at a very good price.
Right.
Yeah, so supply is also good. The pricing also is very nice. Earlier it was like dependent on the local guys and all that thing, but here I'm able to get in touch with the direct importers or the manufacturers or the right people.
All around India, all across India.
Yes.
All the importers
Yes.
and manufacturers
Yes.
come together to CGI.
Exactly.
Right. So one last sentence which you need to complete. I love CGI because?
Of you and me.
Nice one. Thank you. So welcome to CGI networking event. Can I know your name and from which city are you and what's your company's name?
I'm Ashok Jain. I'm from Chennai, Go Gifts. We are into corporate gifting as well as t-shirts.
Right. So from how long are you a member of CGI?
Just I joined last year. It's a new experience for me.
Very good. Welcome to CGI. Hope you have a fruitful association with us.
Yes, surely I have renovated.
Very nice. So why CGI?
I think it's a connect where you meet the really top brands without any much effort. I don't know how the CGI was formed, but I met a lot of good people in very short period.
Including me.
Including you, sir.
Okay. And please complete this sentence for me. I love CGAI because?
CGAI is all.
Okay. It includes all.
Includes all.
Okay. You, me and everyone.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello ma'am, welcome to CGI networking event. Although there is no need for any introduction from you, everybody knows you in CGI, but for the sake of newcomers, please mention your name, your company's name and which city are you from?
So, well, I'm Raj Agarwal. I'm representing my company Big Gift here. I'm from Bangalore.
Okay. Ma'am, why CGI? From how long are you a member of CGI?
So, CGI as a platform was started in the year 2013 and I joined CGI 2015.
Right. And why CGI? What is the biggest thing that you achieved from CGI?
So, most important, what I feel any association that you join is not the place to get. It is first you should get the feeling of how to give. And CGI is an amazing platform to come and give because it will give you back in abundance. So, be a giver and see the magic of abundance coming to your way.
Always the ocean of knowledge. Very nice speaking to you. And one last thing before you leave, you need to complete this sentence for me. I love CGI because?
It completes me when I say my professional journey is something that I breathe.
Yes, it does complete you and you complete CGI. CGI is nothing without you. So one of the main members in CGI since the inception. So please welcome.
Thank you so
and
much.
have a nice day.
It's a pleasure having myself here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the CGI networking event.
Thank you.
Please state your name, which city are you from, and what's your company's name?
Thank you so much, Avinash. My name is Aman, and I belong to this company called TTH, and I am from Bangalore.
Right. So, why CGI? From how many years are you a member of CGI, and why CGI?
Well, this has been my maiden year. I've just finished 1 year at CGI, 1 glorious year in CGI, and what I've gained back from CGI is something that I cannot probably give justice in the next 1 or 2 seconds.
Great. And so, why choose CGI? Why should anybody choose CGI?
So the whole idea behind CGAI is to make sure you are connected in a particular community of corporate gifters, and the best of the brands are there in this community. So your life in sourcing becomes so much more easier. So that is why CGI is there. And if you're a manufacturer, this is the ultimate place for you to be there, because this CGI helps you connect and network with the who's who in the institutional sales industry.
That was a wonderful explanation. Now, tell me, what is your biggest gain from CGI?
So with CGI, I've been able to expand my business to Mumbai. Today we have in a span of 365 days, just 1 year, we've been able to expand to Mumbai. We've been able to expand and do partnerships in Hyderabad, and now we're also in talks with a lot of partners in Gujarat. So it's all happened because of CGI.
So CGI does not only give you a platform for your own city, but it also helps you expand across India. And hopefully very soon we are going to have some branches outside India as well. So I'm letting the cats out of the bag, but yes, so that's in the making. And one last thing before you leave, you need to complete this sentence. I love CGI because...
Okay, that's going to be a little difficult because it's very impromptu. But I think I love CGI because CGI has given me a lot, and it's given me selflessly. So that's why I really, really love CGI.
Great. Thanks a lot. I'm good speaking to you, Aman. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Hello and welcome to the CGI networking event.
Hi, thank you, Avinash. Thank you so much.
So before we start, I would like you to state your name, your company's name, and which city you're from, for the sake of the viewers.
Yeah, hi, my name is Deepesh. I'm from Darpan Corporate Services, Bangalore. We're into gifting for the past 2 decades.
Very nice. So, first question is, why CGI? What is the biggest benefit you got from CGI?
Well, I would say why not CGA, because CGA is one of the best platform because that's a great facilitator to make friends, collaborate with people, and like we say, ease of doing business. This is the exact platform to do the business with a lot of ease.
Absolutely. From how many years are you a member of CGI?
Well, I've been there since about 7-8 years now.
Right. And before you leave, one last thing. You need to complete a sentence for me. I love CGI because...
I love CGI because gifting is it's there in the blood actually. So I love the CGI to be a part of it.
Great. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Avinash.
The CGI networking event. My name is Avinash, and please state your name, your company's name, and city for the sake of the viewers.
I'm Kaushik. I'm from Sri Chakra Industries from Bangalore, and we are into manufacturing and corporate gifting.
Very nice. So from how many years are you a member of CGI?
This is our 2nd year of member.
Very nice, very nice. So how do you find CGI?
God's Grace is a very good networking place where actually it is a win-win model for everybody here. We are all working as one team. Helping each other on each other's requirements and things. This is a platform where I love the unity here happening here.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what is your biggest gain from CGI?
Biggest game, is it? Gain. Oh, network.
Networking. So you get to meet everybody in the city and as well as outside the city, the whole country.
Especially the whole country.
Absolutely, absolutely. The best of the best are with CGI. And so before you leave, one last thing. Please complete this sentence for me. I love CGAI because...
It's the best platform for anybody to hang on.
Definitely. Best platform to network for the CGI members, for the corporate gifting. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a nice day. CGI networking event. Please state your name, your company's name, and which city are you from?
My name is Aman. I am from Soumya Creations from Bangalore.
Right. So welcome to the event. Please let me know from how many years are you a member of CGI?
And this is my 2nd year as a member.
Very nice. And why CGAI?
I was introduced to CGI by Raj Madam.
Okay.
And yeah, I joined because she said, and now I know why so many people are the member.
Right.
Yeah.
Good. And what is your biggest gain or achievement from CGI?
My biggest gain is like I feel like I have a team of more than 100 people, who are best at what they do.
Very well said.
Even a single message I do at any point of the day or night, there is somebody who's ready to help or ready to guide. There is nobody who's hiding any information. That is one thing that I've observed.
Absolutely.
They're always willing to help in this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that is CGI
That is
in gist. Very nice. And before you leave, one last sentence. I love CGI
because it just feels like a family and a team, and everybody is so very helpful.
Very well said. Thank you and have a nice day. Hi. Welcome to CGI. Please state your name, your company's name, and which city are you from for the sake of the viewers?
My name is Supreet. I'm from a company called Gift INC. I'm here with my partner Nitish.
Okay.
So we just joined a couple of months back.
You joined CGI a couple of months back. So how do you feel? What is the new thing that you feel when you join CGI?
Being very honest, most of the people we know already.
Good.
Very
So
well in the sense.
most of
And,
the people in the city or outside the city? Both.
In the city.
So-
So we are most into the local.
Right. So just let me just tell you, most of people in the city, right?
Yeah.
So in this event, you will not only meet people in this city, but you'll also meet people from Chennai and Hyderabad.
Yeah, that's the reason why I'm here.
Right. And CGI also gives you a platform wherein if you come to events regularly, you will get to meet people all across India. The who is who of the industry,
Yeah,
including
that's the
the
whole idea.
manufacturers,
Yeah.
including the importers. So this is just a start for you.
Correct.
We have a long way to go. And since you are just a couple of months old,
Yeah, we've been exploring
right,
what is
so
happening in the
what,
group.
What
and
is the good thing recently that you have achieved out of this? Anything that
It's
that
just
CGI
that
helped you out?
in a small way, the groups which are there, right?
Right.
Whatever groups we are into, it is opening up a lot of products which we never knew.
Right.
And probably we have not explored it yet because that much of requirement is not yet started.
Correct.
So once it starts, all these things will help us to grow more.
So not only here,
Yeah.
but across India, you will keep getting new product updates every day.
That's
So there's a
true.
lot to explore.
And
lot
also
to
from
explore.
last 1-2 weeks, I've been seeing new people being added. That
Right.
is being very good as a part of organization.
So-
it's building that.
Right.
network.
It's a platform for both,
Yeah.
wherein you have a reseller as well, and you have a distributor or a manufacturer or an importer as well. So it's a very good platform to connect and grow together. Anyway, so I know you're new, but if you could complete the sentence, I love CGAI because.
It gives me opportunity to network with a lot of people, and I'm still trying to figure out new things. which is nice.
Very well said.
Yeah.
Very nice to meet you. All the best. Have a nice day. So welcome to the CGI networking event. Please state your name, your company's name, and which city are you from for the sake of the viewers.
Okay, so I'm Neeraj from Ace Gifting Solutions, and we are primarily based out of Bangalore.
Right. So from how many years are you a member of CGI?
About 3 years now, 3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years. So how do you feel? How do you like CGI? You don't like CGI?
There's absolutely no reason not to like CGI. It's the most amazing platforms. Yeah, and just an extended family, I would say, more than the least.
True. So what's your big takeaway from CGI?
A lot of learnings actually with the way people have evolved over a period of time in terms of business, in terms of personality development. Yeah, so there's a lot of learnings, a lot of takeaways. So
True. Absolutely true. And before I let you go, you please complete this sentence for me. I love CGI because.
it's my family.
Very nice. Very well said. Thank you so much. Please have a nice day. To the CGI networking event, please state your name, your company's name, and which city are you from for the sake of the viewers?
Hi, I'm Pranav Ravlani from Hyderabad, and we're from Super Sack Bags.
Very nice. So they are manufacturers of laptop bags. And from how long are you a member of CGI?
From about 3 years now.
From 3 years now. So how do you find CGI?
Amazing. I love the platform. We're helping growing members in Hyderabad, and we're doing everything in our power to make sure that this platform grows. And we love these initiatives, and we hope that there are more coming our way.
It is definitely more coming your way. So what is the biggest takeaway from CGI?
One would be the bonding and definitely finding members who turn into family after a certain period of time, and you find everything under the sun that you require from the corporate gifting portfolio that you would ever need.
Absolutely. So before I just leave you,
Yeah.
please complete this sentence for me. I love CGI because.
I love CGI because it has given me everything that I require from this business.
And it's made you meet me.
Absolutely.
Chalo, see you. Bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Welcome. Welcome to the networking events of CGI. Please state your names, your company name, and which city you are from for the sake of the viewers.
Yeah, my name is Jagdish. Company name is R Glass Essential Private Limited, and this is my colleague Shant Kumar. Hi.
Right. So, from how many years are you a member of CGI?
CGI almost from 10 years.
Wow, 10 years. Super.
Yeah. When it started, we are a member.
Very nice. So, what's your takeaway from CGI? What is the biggest benefit you've got?
So as a purchase person, whatever product which is not available, I can post immediately and get the products.
Absolutely. So, it's like a Google for corporate gifting products. Huh? Dalo or fast result. Some supplier, some vendor, some manufacturer, importer immediately responds to you. Wow, so that's superb. And if you have to complete this sentence, I love CGI, what would it be? Because?
Fast sourcing, bonding, one network for all corporate gifting company.
Absolutely, spot on.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Hello and welcome to the CGI networking event. Please state your name, your company's name, and which city are you from for the sake of the viewers.
So I'm Kunal Shah. I represent a company called The Gifts and True Global Brands LLP. We are a merchandising company, and True Global is into promotional and distribution of brands. So I take this opportunity to thank CGI to give this, to give us this opportunity to sponsor the events pan India. It is a great initiative taken up by CGI, and we thank them by our heart. Thank you so much, CGI.
So, for those who don't know, True Global, kahan hai?
Yeah.
True Global, Fuzo. They are the sponsors across India. भाई कितना पैसा देना पड़ा? Secret बाद में बताना.
Zarur, absolutely.
So, from how many years are you with CGI?
So, with CGI, we have been there since the inception, and we continue to be proud members of CGI, and we look forward to many more years to come by.
So, one of the founding members here. And what is your biggest takeaway from CGI?
So, CGI has always, provided us a platform to showcase our products, to connect with people, to network with people, and take our business, to places across India. So, I would like to also congratulate CGI that we are in talks with international organizations, and very soon we'll be affiliating with them.
So I let the cat out of the bag just a little while back, but yeah, we are all excited for this, aren't we?
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
No, before I let you go, please complete this sentence for me. I love CGI because?
Because it's a great platform for
True.
all of us, for the corporate gifting industry.
True that. And have a nice day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the bite. Hello and welcome to the CGI networking event. Please state your name, your company's name, and which city are you from for the sake of the viewers.
I'm Saurabh Baid. I'm from Bangalore. Our company name is Sriraj Gifts Private Limited.
And you're importers of many products?
Yeah, we are importers of pen, notebooks, water bottles, gift sets, you name it and we have it.
True that. And please let me know, from how many years are you a member of CGI?
6-7 years.
Wow, 7 years, long time. So what is your biggest takeaway?
Biggest takeaway, I built whole of my B2B business from CGI. If CGI wouldn't be there, my B2B business wouldn't have been there. I thank CGI, and it is amazing platform where you can meet a lot of industry people and network. I met you because of CGI.
I'm his client because of CGI.
Yeah. So CGI, and even I'm his client because of CGI.
Yeah, see, we both do business with each other.
So CGI holds very important part in the corporate gifting industry, and it is not only about growing our business, it is about knowing what is happening in our business.
Absolutely.
In
Also,
industry.
I scratch your back, you scratch mine, I buy from you, you
Yeah,
buy
yeah.
from me. इधर सब अंदर में business हो रहा है बहुत सारा.
Correct.
है ना?
सही
So,
है.
before I let you go,
Yeah.
please let me know, complete one sentence. I love CGI because?
CGI नहीं तो मैं नहीं. So I love CGI because of that.
Super. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Avinash. Thank you.
And welcome to the event,
Thank you
to
so
the CGI networking event. Can you please state your name, your company's name, and which city are you from for the sake of the viewers?
Well, I'm from Bangalore, from Srinidhi Office Automation, and my name is Vijay.
Right. So from how many years are you a member of CGI?
CGI for the last 6 years.
Okay. And how do you find CGI?
It's a great platform. In fact, I never actually thought that it will be of such a help for my business, but after joining here, definitely I'm connected to almost pan India with all the manufacturers and the great importers. So it's a big platform for me. In fact, it's helping a lot.
Let's say if you have gained something huge from CGI, कोई बड़ा sale हुआ है या कोई बड़ा client मिला है या you're a reseller, you're a vendor. What are you?
I'm basically into B2C. In fact,
B2C.
Yeah, and in fact, the biggest deal that probably I might have cracked is. Well, it was out of CGI, but got connected through CGI only.
Okay.
It was a deal for a Fitbit, the smartwatches. The order was somewhere about 45 lakhs.
Wow. So, although somebody from CGI could not supply, they connected you to someone who could supply it.
Exactly.
See,
That's the wonder of it.
that is how CGI operates. So, if they can help you, they will in every way possible.
True.
So that's what CGI is. True. Very nice. So, if you were to complete this sentence, I love CGI because.
I love CGI because it is actually made for business, and that's
it
what
helps you make money.
True.
It helps you do business.
Definitely, yes.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank
you for coming. Have a nice day.
You too. Thank you.
Welcome. Please come. So, for the sake of the viewers, please state your name, your company's name, and which city are you from?
I'm Shrikant from Corporate Bounties, Hyderabad.
Welcome, sir. And from how many years are you a member of CGI?
Last 1.5 years.
1.5 years. So how do you find being a member of CGI now? Before you were a member, before you're not a member, now you're a member. What difference has it got to your business?
Oh, it is showing so much of vibrant.
Vibrance, okay.
Vibrance, and so much of a lot of things are happening which we are not aware of yet.
So you get to know new products, new vendors, new people.
What about our networking? So much.
Right, so much of networking. Get to meet new people, have a nice time, gala time. Very nice, sir. And what is your biggest takeaway from CGI?
Knowing each other, getting lots of people, lots of contacts, and it's giving lots of strength. We are all one.
So it energizes you. It helps you do more.
Correct.
That's very nice. Thank you so much for coming. So if you were to complete this one small sentence for me, I love CGI because?
Because of the way they are looking at the vision they have, and the way they are trying to bring everybody together on one single platform.
One single platform, one family
And
under.
it is an extended family. Basically.
True, absolutely true. Agree with you, sir. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Welcome to the networking event. My name is Avinash. Please state your name, your company's name, and which city are you from?
Anil Kumar Gupta from Sparket Corporate Gifts, based out of Bangalore.
Very nice. So from how many years are you a member?
We are members now almost 5-6.
5-6 years. Very nice.
When the Bangalore was started. Yeah.
Okay, very nice. So please tell me, before you were not the member, and then you became a member, what was the difference between before and now?
So I was looking for, so didn't know how to become a member, and then we became. So we are member at both Bangalore and Calcutta.
Oh, very nice. So you have office in Calcutta as well. Super. And what is your biggest takeaway? Have you had any good benefit or any deal you cracked, any vendor you got, any client you got because of CGI?
So the beauty of CGI is that we have become part of one industry and trying to help the industry grow.
Right.
So that's the best part.
Any benefit that you can state? Oh, I cracked this particular deal. I earned so much money because of CGI. Or I got this vendor, and because of this vendor, I could crack one client. Nothing offhand that you can remember?
Yeah, because somehow we were dealing with a lot of people earlier also.
Right.
Anyone becoming a new member, immediately he gets the benefit because at least we know from where to source the product.
Right. So a lot of sourcing can happen through CGI. True. If you can complete this sentence for me. I love CGI because?
We love CGI because the industry, we are part of an industry which we are proud of.
Right. It brings all the people of the industry under one roof. So it's a good networking platform. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. So, hello and welcome to the CGI networking event. And my name is Avinash. Please state your name, your company's name, and which city are you from?
I'm Pinky from Bangalore, the corporate house.
This is Kirti representing Magnus Kedox. We are from Bangalore branch.
Myself Sahana, representing Magnus Cadox from Bangalore branch.
All right, welcome to the event. Can you please tell me from how many years are you a member of CGI? So they might not know, but I know a lot of membership in their group. At least 5 memberships from their group across different cities, and they are members from around 5 to 6 years. And if I were to ask you, how do you think CGI is going to help you in your business?
It is a networking place, so we can grow our business easily here.
True. You get to meet a lot of vendors, a lot of clients. Right. So if you were to complete this sentence for me, I love CGAI because
We get connections. Yeah. We get connections.
we get connections, and from connections we get money. We get to make money.
We can
So we love CGI because we can make money from CGI. So there you go. Make money, join CGI. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a nice evening. Hello and welcome to the CGI networking event. Please state your name, your company's name, and which city are you from?
Hi, my name is Pankaj. My company's name is Whatnot India. I'm from Bangalore.
Right. And what do you do? What do you do in Whatnot?
We are distributors for all the major electronic brands like Boat, Noise, Dyson, and multiple other brands.
Right. From how many years are you a member of CGI?
It's been 6 years, I think, now.
Wow, 6 years. So what is the difference you find from when before you were not a member and then you become a member? What is it that you gained?
One is the network, and one is a platform where I can showcase all my products.
Absolutely. So do you sell only in Bangalore, or you can sell outside Bangalore?
We can sell outside Bangalore as well.
So that's a whole new platform for you from CGI. Right. And what is the biggest gain you got from CGI? Did you gain any big client or any big other connect through CGI?
Yes. We have got a lot of big connects through CGI. Basically in corporate gifting market.
Very nice. And before I let you go, just can you complete this sentence for me? I love CGI because?
I love CGI because
it helps you make business.
Yeah, it helps me make business.
Very nice. Thank you so much. Have a nice evening. Hello and welcome to the networking event of CGI. Can you please come forward? Can you please state your name, your company's name, and which city are you from?
I'm Vishnu. I'm from Stolt India Private Limited, and I'm from Bangalore.
Right. And you are?
This is Suraj from Stolt India Private Limited, sir.
Right. So, from how many years are you members of CGI?
For about 2 years.
2 years. Very nice. So, what is your biggest gain from CGI?
Effective network in terms of business.
Very nice. Effective network.
Yeah.
And if you were to let me know if you have gained any big client or any big connect through CGI.
We have gained a lot of connections. So I can tell the advantage of connecting with CGI is we could skip a lot of filters, like a lot of bridge, and probably we can get into an actual blockers or something, right? By connecting to the person directly.
Absolutely. Instead of going via, they give you the exact and right connect where you can go and get your business done. Very well said. And if you were to complete this sentence for me, I love CGAI because?
Also an effective way of doing business.
Very nice. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome to the CGI networking event. Please state your name, your company's name, and which city are you from?
Hi, my name is Abhishek. I am from Scott International and I'm from Bangalore.
And what do you do in Scott?
What I do in Scott?
What does Scott do? What do you do in? I mean, what do you produce? You sell? What? I mean, I know, but I want the viewers to know.
Yeah. So at Scott, we are into manufacturing of apparel. We manufacture T-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets, caps, and a lot of other apparel-related products.
So one of the biggest suppliers in Bangalore and South, and now all across India, of course. Globally, it's news for me. Globally, very nice. So.
Couldn't be possible without CGI.
Absolutely. So that is my next question. What is your biggest takeaway from CGI?
One family across the country. I think that's a simple one-liner which it takes to be in.
Absolutely. So from how many years are you a member?
I think from inception almost. We were one of the first
one of the founding members. Yeah. So I'm here. It's a privilege to be with one of the founding members. Very nice. And if you were to complete this sentence. No, before that. What is your biggest takeaway, the biggest gain, or any big client or any big connect which you got through CGI?
To put in a very simple nutshell, I think I've got a home across the country. We've got our offices, a lot of offices because of CGI. And the moment you set up a new office in any new city, you don't feel like it's a new city. It's home already because of CGI. Because you have so many members who handhold you, take care of you, make sure that they treat that as your office, their office rather than your office. So I think that's
Very well said. Very well said. So, and one last thing before you go, I love CGAI because.
I think because of you guys, yeah. Great family, lovely people, amazing founder like Sheetal Bhai. I think we love CGI because CGI gives in their heart and soul in making everyone grow.
Thank you so much. Very well said. And have a nice evening.
You too.
Thank you.
गणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you. May I request Mrs. Raj Agarwal of Multi-Marketing, our very own CGI committee member, to please welcome the audiences. Thank you.
So, great gifts comes from heart. Everyone knows great gift comes from heart, but the best one comes from CGI, the members of CGI, Corporate Gifting Association of India. Respected Siddharth Dungalwar, members from Hyderabad, Chennai, members from Bangalore, and all over, and distinguished guests here. I welcome you all to this growth seminar. This evening is very, very enlightening. The reason being, we have a young person coming over and guiding us the success story, the formula behind where we stand. CGI was formed in 2013 with the aim of bringing a platform and industry which was unorganized to make it better and to create a platform which will help the members to bring the difference. Considering this, we have reached a long way. Right now, we are 500 plus members pan-India. That's an achievement because we have selected our achievements, our members, so that we have that pause, the difference that we create. And 5 years down the lane, we started our chapter in 2018 in Bangalore, and we are 100 plus member. Each one clap for yourself for this. The idea behind this platform, the reason behind this platform is to bring this unorganized sector to the most organized one, so that when we go out, we are not called traders, we are called industrialists. So are we in for that? Thank you so much. So one clap or more claps? Once again, I would like to welcome Mr. Siddharth Dungarwal. Thank you for coming over, sir, and making a difference. I know definitely it is going to be an enlightening session. Learning, again, there will be a lot of unlearning and relearning once we complete the session. Thank you, everyone. Looking forward to a bright evening with lot of takeaways. Thank you.
Good evening, one and all. It's an honor and a privilege to introduce one of the youngest leader of one of the fastest growing retail brand, Mr. Siddharth Dungarwal. He's the CEO and the founder of Snitch India, which is the fast growing fashion destination for men. A very passionate workaholic, a seasoned troubleshooter, Siddharth has transformed his early ventures into a booming fashion empire known for its innovative approach and exceptional manufacturing facilities. Born and raised in Bangalore, Siddharth's entrepreneurial journey began at the age of 18 when he opened a small retail store, which later expanded into a successful B2B operation. His early challenges, such as navigating surplus fabrics, laid the foundation for his resilience and innovative thinking. Under Siddharth's leadership, Snitch quickly became a staple for retailers and large brand across India. Despite all the challenges posed by the pandemic, Siddharth boldly entered the direct-to-consumer brand with the name Snitch, achieving a remarkable success, which reaching a 150 crore ARR within just a span of 2 years, all while being a bootstrap company and currently doing over and above 400 crore ARR. Siddharth's leadership style is deeply rooted with integrity, dedication, and resilience. He fosters a collaborative approach where teamwork and employee well-being are paramount importance, contributing to Snitch's vibrant culture. Siddharth's innovative strategies and relentless pursuit for excellence has earned him many prestigious awards, and to name a few, Business World 40 Under 40, recognizing his significant contribution as a young business leader. Best Entrepreneur Award for 2023, celebrating his exceptional achievements in the fashion industry. With a vision to position Snitch as a leader in fashion lifestyle in India, Siddharth continues to drive the brand to the most expensive brand and very innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure in welcoming Mr. Siddharth Dingawal.
To sum up all of this, let's have a small teaser. Let's look at how Snitch has grown over the years.
Can we have a big round for this? And I must say this, I watched this video almost 20 times today because it was giving me that vibes and energy and the person that I'm looking forward to this evening. Thank you so much for this. Thank you.
I'd like to welcome Siddharth to the dais. Let's start our panel discussion. So, Siddharth, Mr. Aman, let's join at the dais so we can start the panel discussion.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. अरे यार कुछ आवाज आए तो मजा भी आए माहौल भी बने. We have such a dynamic personality with us who's joined us this evening with a lot of experience. तो ladies and gentlemen, अगले 45 minutes में 100 crore का experience हम लेने की कोशिश करते हैं. Yeah? So, this session is going to be for the next 45 minutes, जहाँ पर we will try to deep dive into his experience, इनके experience कैसे रहे हैं, what has been his journey, what we are going to be learning, and आपके tables पर वहाँ पर papers है, pens है. Make sure you make a note of all the important key points that have helped him scale his business to the next level. Entire 45 minutes के दौरान आपके मन में कुछ सवाल आएंगे. I am sure कुछ questions आपके मन में रहेंगे. You will have a lot of questions that you would want to ask him. So we're going to have an open forum at the end of this seminar, in the end of this conversation, जहाँ पर आप अपने सवाल इनसे direct पूछ सकते हो. So ladies and gentlemen, what are we waiting for? Next 45 minutes are going to be completely unbiased, candid, and completely neutral, and his experience is going to come straight from the horse's mouth. So ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for one last time and welcome Siddharth Dingawal from Snitch. Bass. So before we start this conversation, I'd like to have Kunal open the question to Mr. Siddharth, and let's take it forward from there.
Thank you, Aman. So, Siddharth.
Yes.
Snitch being a fast fashion brand, what is your perspective on the fast fashion industry?
I mean, largely, first of all, thank you for making me feel so great. But I personally feel, this is too much. But yeah, honestly, I think any industry which, like you all just discussed in the conversation, which is unorganized and coming into the organized section is going to create a larger impact. When we started Snitch, we actually started more like a B2B brand. Just like most of you all here. But then we pivoted online due to the pandemic and then, tried to scale that. But largely, we were sort of identifying what are the gaps that are available, right? So there were traditional brands who were making collections season-wise, like a summer collection, a winter collection, etc. We said, why not go the other route and make collection, maybe on a weekly level or a monthly level. But then, what I understood was, why brands were not doing these, I mean, all the Alan Solis of the world were not trying to do this, was largely because the supply chain was completely broken. While brands like H&M and Zara were coming into India and disrupting the traditional model of business, right? We knew that we had to create a moat there in the supply chain itself. And we had to become vertically integrated, and that's why, we are a fully vertically integrated company today, where we control the entire manufacturing without owning a single machine.
That's great.
So that, I think, was one differentiator that, we knew that we had to get our supply chain really right.
Yeah, sorry. So it takes a lot of guts to actually, get into fast fashion because fashion is changing every week.
Yeah.
And, it becomes really difficult. And how do you manage that?
So I think, if you think of it from the outside, it's too complicated. But if you actually get in, it is sort of very simple. Two things. One, we chose men because we knew, at least with men, we don't have to change our silhouettes frequently. We don't have to think of colors frequently. All we had to think of is in terms of fabric blends, in terms of, prints, in terms of maybe tweaking the silhouettes according to Indian body types, Indian climatic conditions. People in Delhi wear something very off from, people in Bangalore. So how do you sort of blend that? How do you think of making products absolutely bang on for everyone, right? We don't say we are a Gen Z brand, we are a millennial brand. We just say we are a fashion brand. So with that, we sort of open that entire, funnel there. Because it becomes very easy for anyone and everyone to come and, sort of make that purchase.
That's pretty interesting. That's insight is definitely $1 million insight. You know what, but correct me if I'm wrong, you started your D2C journey with going completely online. Yeah. But off late, you've also gone the offline way and try to explore more avenues where you can have your physical store and make sure your customers have a better experience. Yeah. So do you think it is like, why are brands again going the offline way? So are you trying to say that the traditional methods have always been better and that is the way forward? What are your take on that?
So largely, I would call it the umbrella effect, right? As soon as you press an umbrella, it shoots up. That's e-commerce. And once the umbrella opens, that's like, the stability that you get, and that is offline. The reason for us to go offline was not something that we had planned of. To be honest, Snitch happened. I mean, it was not planned. When we thought of going offline, it was not planned. I was just passing by Jayanagar. I saw a store. I called up Chetan. I told him, offline jana hai. I was like, okay, what is it like? I said, there's no retail around us. 500 meters up and down, there's absolutely no retail. But the rental is very economical. Even if we do a 8 to 10 lakh sort of sale, we'll be at par of break even, and the best way to test offline, right? Because we knew at some point you will have to go closer to consumers, especially because of fashion. It's a largely touch and feel sort of a category. Returns are almost zero in offline. So that was the thesis. It took us 2 months to design and set up the store. There was no celebrity called. There was no mega campaign done. But then within 15 days, we clocked 50 lakhs in revenue. And the next month, it went up to a crore. Till December, that one store reached to about 1.5 crores per month. And, that time, we were super bullish that, offline is pretty big. Because one, consumer mindset still in India is that online is fraud, right? As soon as they see an ad, because there are so many frauds that have happened, it is very difficult for you to sort of establish yourself with a safe tag. Secondly, a lot of people are still not comfortable buying online, especially in a category like apparel. Offline gives them that sort of ability to come, try, and then buy. Plus, what we've seen is our online AOV versus our offline AOV is almost 2.5x in offline. Your revenue is growing, plus your returns are zero, and the unit economics are just amazing there.
So I remember, Siddharth, when you just now said that Snitch just came. I mean, you never planned for it. I remember you were going around with those blue bags and selling the surplus garments around in the market. Yeah. And today we see Snitch. So it's a great, it's a good, there's some great hard work which has gone into it. Okay, so on the social media side, there are two things. There is one thing that there is a lot of money that you need to put into social media to actually, start a D2C brand and sustain it. And there is another thing which is B2B. So what should we do in the sense D2C versus B2B? Where's the future? What do you think?
I think both have equal futures. I would strongly, be against if someone is just looking at D2C and, sort of spending money, trying to acquire consumers. Snitch got a little edge because of its timing, right? When we opened, offline was completely shut. There was no brand who was offline, especially the traditional brands that Indian consumers knew. In online space, there were only a couple of folks. So we had we could go deeper and stronger in terms of penetration. But to my mind, I think business is about profit, and whatever that could get, whether it is B2B, whether it is, online, whether you're a manufacturer, whether you're a white labeling person, doesn't matter. As long as you're generating revenue and making money for yourself, I think that's the best sort of route that you should choose.
So one thing is very important for all of us to know, that in D2C, there is a lot of burn of money. And a lot of companies are making loss, and they are still dependent on their investors. So Snitch is one brand that has been profitable, and big salute to you.
No, largely that is what I say, everyone, that we were very fortunate that we didn't get in that swanky zone of raising funds, right? Especially during the 21 phase, when a lot of, investors were approaching us. We knew that our base is still not strong. And in my mind, I was very clear that until we make the foundation really strong, we will only take money to grow the business, not to, sort of sustain it. So that was one thesis that I always believed in. And I think, whichever sort of business you're into, if you are able to maintain that cash flow in a very, very positive way, and, keep churning that money as soon as possible, in no time, the compounding effect of it will give you almost 2x revenue every year.
So, sorry. The important point is churning of money, and it has to stay in the business. So that is really, really important.
The mantra is to manage your cash flows in the
Absolutely.
right way so that you sustain your business and take it to the next level.
Absolutely.
Fair enough. Adding to the same conversation and the discussion that we had is, if you see the clothing industry is extremely competitive. There are so many D2C brands that are coming up every other day. And it is very, very similar to the gifting industry as well. There is so much of competition in this industry where everybody's, fighting against each other for bagging an order. So the competition is very, very high. So how have you been able to be afloat with the competition and, set up a different benchmark for yourself? So I'd like to know about that.
So again, it's an interesting question. So one is the first thing that you need to do is figure out your USP, right? Unique selling proposition, and stay true to it, no matter what. At Snitch, we said new styles every day. We were true to it till date. Every day when you go on the website, you'll see something new. We promised your returns and exchange is going to be hassle-free. We made sure it is hassle-free. And that sort of creates brand trust and loyalty. And once you solve for your USP, brand trust and loyalty, it becomes sort of very, very easy for you to, tackle any sort of situation.
Fair enough.
So continuing to your answer, like you just said, brand trust and loyalty is very important. So how do you ensure there is a repeat customer, maybe on your online, on your D2C? कैसे आप ensure करते हो कि customers वापस आ रहा है आपके website पे और वो वापस खरीद रहा है?
So like I told you, right? If you're true to your words, no consumer will go unless you do something wrong to them. If you're in the gifting commodity, can you stand true to one USP that you hold? Like I am a person who will deliver the best sort of quality no matter what. I'm not going to change my pricing strategy. I'm not going to change anything seeing the competition. Once you stick on to one USP, or you are like, I'm going to be the cheapest, I don't care about the quality. I mean, both the routes are okay. But you have to stick true to one route which will define your future. And if you keep doing that consistently, I think it creates brand trust and loyalty. And that obviously gets repeat. Repeat is largely because of trust, experience, and staying true to whatever you've promised consumers.
Fair enough. So when you talk about repeat, when you say your customer service is top notch, your product is on dot, and you're doing everything right, the second problem that comes up is you have unexpected orders, or probably you boom out with orders. Yeah. This is the same problem that happens with the gifting industry as well, where there's a disease called ready stocks. हर किसी को ready stock चाहिए, हर किसी को अभी के अभी चाहिए. So the problem is, how do you tackle stocks? How do you manage inventory and make sure you're either not going excess with your inventory, or you're below inventory so that you don't lose order, or you're sitting on excess huge inventory where all your money is stuck? So what's the sweet spot like? How do you manage that?
I think the number one thing is you should be very sharp with demand planning. Right? Every quarter we sit as a team and we plan for the next 3 quarters, taking into consideration the past data. Like last 2 years, what was the sort of growth that we got in that specific timeline, and what could we predict for the future, which gives us, or maybe where do you want to reach in the next 3 months, will give you a sort of number saying that 20% growth requires this much of inventory. Pick your hero products and bet on that, right? That is what we do. We pick our top 50, 100, 200, 500 SKUs, and we place our bets on that and make sure that 50% of my growth is going to come just from this hero product. And then place your bets accordingly into different baskets in terms of if new, which one, who is going to buy this. That's the first sort of question. And then what is the sort of target audience that you're catering to? If you sort of define that, then it becomes easy for you to, plan your inventory. With us, the advantage that we have is that we sort of own the supply chain in a way wherein, every single day there is replenishment happening. Every single day, there is a hero product that is created and then the repeats happen. But in an industry as complex as gifting, where larger dependability may be on China or any other country, the only difference that you could create is build stronger supply chain here in India, and then reduce that dependability. Maybe if you could balance your inventory in such a way that create some sort of niche which you say is your hero product or your head product, and sort of double down, bet on them. That I think should largely solve a lot of inventory problems. And in terms of cash flow again, right? If you could sort of build strong relationship with your vendors. I've built Snitch on my suppliers' money. Till about a 200 crore ARR, we were a bootstrapped company. Our payables were at 100 days, our receivables were at 15 days. The 85 days in between is what we used to sort of grow the business. If you could build that sort of trust with your suppliers and stay true to your commitments, I think they will also grow with you, and hence they will also, sort of invest and keep that supply chain going.
So basically, you need loyalty from your customers also, plus you need to show your loyalty to your
but I think demand
vendors.
planning is very, very important. Where do you want to go? What will get you there? Knowing that is very, very important.
So like you said, there is a lot of dependency, on China. Maybe that's one of the countries. Yes, with the Make in India initiative coming in, with Indian government pushing the Make in India initiative, it's not only for your industry, but a lot of industries around, plus the corporate gifting industry. We are all very dependent on the China or Vietnam or say Bangladesh. So what is your take on this, the Make in India initiative?
So I think that's an absolute banger, right? Our tagline today, any store you enter, it says Made in India for the world. We say that proudly because we know earlier the perception for Indian consumers was imported hai to acha hai. That perception over the last 5 years post the pandemic has changed drastically. Today, Indians have started trusting Indian brands. They are more comfortable buying Indian brands, right? Even you speak or hear to the largest of celebrities, they say that, they're going away from luxury and they want to, sort of come into the homegrown sort of aspect. You see a lot of celebrities being co-owners or co-founders at a lot of companies now. Why is this happening? Is because they understand the mindset of Indian consumers is changing. And, this is the right time if you could tap on to one particular segment and build an industry there, right? You could start as low as making pens and then maybe create an entire factory which caters to entire stationery supply. So if you think from a very small angle and just start building something, I mean, largely everyone feels that, going D2C is the best route. For me, that's the toughest route. I would tell people that, it requires timing, it requires a lot of money. That's the sort of difficult route. The most easiest and the most consistent route is, if you can manufacture a product and create demand for it. Once you do that, you will just be in that repeat mode of making the same product again and again, and your cash flows get better, your profits get better, and you grow double.
But don't you think creating demand is a completely different exercise and it is as expensive and you need deep pockets for creating demand for a particular product? Isn't it easier कि जो मतलब बिक रहा है उसको बेचते? Isn't that easier to sell rather than creating something unique, niche and then selling?
Okay. No, yeah, I mean, largely two things, right? One is either if you can cater to the market demand and be the best there, because there is a lot of competition. Then you have to be the best in terms of product, in terms of pricing, in terms of delivery, timelines, etc. You have to be the best. If you could do that, very good. Or can you find a niche saying that this is a very untapped market, let me explore this, let me make products and create demand somehow. And creating demand is also an art, right? I met a friend of mine, he used to sell these detergents. And it is a tier 3 sort of detergent. What he did was he hired about 100, 200 people in his village and he just went to every store and told them, yaar, ye brand ka detergent hai kya, ye brand ka detergent hai kya. And that sort of, made retailers curious ki ye kya aaya naya. And then, when every time a consumer used to go inside, they were all fake consumers. They were just asking. And then when he went on after, say, about 2 months to sell that product, it became very easy for him to sell. So, I mean, there are different ways of creating demand. If you know that the product has a USP, if the product has an edge, you could create, immense demand.
Of course, in the fashion industry, it becomes really difficult when you have to compete with the other brands which are already up there. And there are a lot of, so I've seen the Snitch collection. So there are a lot of, products that you make in India, and these are products that are not available with the other brands. There are a lot of specialized fabrics that use in the right way. So that is something that gives you an edge. So what do you think is the right way for any industry? If you say if someone is importing from other countries, what is the right way to go about it? Because in India, the manufacturing is yet not there where we expect.
Yeah.
So what is your perspective?
Let me kind of, again, rephrase this for him, is where Kunal Bhai was coming from is, one is the cost. What you can produce in China is going to be probably double the cost in India.
Yeah.
What you can produce in Bangladesh in terms of apparels is definitely going to be 20% higher in India. Yeah. So at the end of the day, people want to save money. And they're all Indians, especially the consumers, are very, very budget friendly. So for them, it really doesn't matter whether it's Indian or Chinese. If they're able to save a few bucks, I think they would still prefer going the China way. What is your take on that?
I mean, I agree but disagree. So I think if you can create a product in India itself and sell its story, it will sell. If you could actually keep repeatedly telling people that know this is made in India, people are going to get connected. This is the right time. Over the next a decade or so, someone who can build very strong supply chain in anything to do with batteries, anything to do with lithium, anything to do with plastic, anything to do with some sort of disruption. Even it could be the smallest part that is used in every headphone, right? It could become the largest industry or the largest sort of supplier for all the electronic companies. So I think taking that bet on it is very important. Second, towards China, right? I keep traveling to China, and one thing that I've learned from the Chinese is speed. Speed is everything. You imagine a road which has 10 potholes. If you're, sort of driving at a speed of 10 or 20, your chances of getting into the pot is almost 90%. But if you're at a speed of 120 or 160, you won't even know that there was a pothole. And sometimes, but speed also kills. So you should know what is the right sort of speed, what is the sort of drive that you want to do. When you're very sure, that is when you should keep accelerating.
I think that's a very, very interesting.
That's a very good, very interesting perspective. So, Siddharth, how many years since you started Snitch? 5 years?
It's 4 years. I mean, a lot of people, appreciate the journey of Snitch because what they've seen over the last 4 years. But there's been a lot more that's happened for over 14 years. So I think, it's largely been 4 years with a team of just 4 people.
Sure, I'll just add to my question. So you've been a solopreneur all through. Have you ever felt a need of a co-founder?
I think we have many co-founders here in the company. I mean, you come in, everyone's the owner of their own department. I think the way we've structured the company is so beautiful that everyone's, open to take their decisions, but make sure, it is huddled with everyone. So that, when there is a time to take up the responsibility, the right person takes it. So I think largely, over the last 4 years, we built a lot of co-founders. I have Chetan here. He's there from the beginning. Yes. He's, more than a co-founder at Snitch. We've got some incredible folks who've been joining every year.
Fair enough. So, moral of the story is you need a co-founder or a person who you can rely on, back on. एक कंधा देने वाला चाहिए भाई आज लगी पड़ी है.
Absolutely. I mean, it is not like co-founders are found in a supermarket, na?
Absolutely.
If it was that, then everyone would have. The problem is that it is very important that you are in sync with that other person and in the same thought process. Whenever we are hiring people, the first thing that we ask them is conviction. Are you as convinced as us that this is the best company for you? Are you convinced that, this is the best job for you? If you are sort of sure on that, then only join us. The second promise that we take is longevity. Are you ready to give 5 to 7 years no matter what? Once you create conviction and longevity, automatically, that person is sort of driving the vision with you, and then it becomes very easy for him to take up whatever sort of role that you give him.
Makes sense. So, in fact, adding on to your conversation now about hiring, which is the biggest problem that every entrepreneur faces throughout his entire journey. So, it reminds me of a story which is called the Chaddi Kaddi. मतलब गाँव में there is a tire without spokes in it, and गाँव में एक छोटा सा बच्चा होता है चड्डी पहन के, he plays with that. I'm sure everybody will remember that. So what happens is every time he runs with that, the tire falls. Yeah. Every time he runs, he picks up the tire, again it falls. Yeah. Point is, it does not have the spokes in it to support the tire. Yeah. And that spoke in that tire is your A-team. Yeah. So the important question here is, how are you able to build your A-team? Have you been able to build that? If yes, how? And how do you retain that?
So I think, like I told you, right, the first part of it is understanding that person, what is going to drive him. Second part to that is, can you transfer your vision into his mind? And if you're able to do that, he is not going to leave you and go. Unless, there is, if you've started saying that you want to be a snitch and then changed and become, a Zivame or a lingerie brand or a women's brand, then he's going to run away. Because that was not the vision that was promised, right? If you're sticking true to whatever you've committed, saying that, boss, I want to build India's biggest fashion brand, period. So that needs to sink under him. he's never going to sort of leave you and go. Second is I think most important thing is hire the people who are more smarter than you. Especially in the trading community, what happens is people think I'm the owner, I should be the smartest. I say that's the most stupidest thing that you can imagine of. Hire the best sort of talent. Whatever I've learned over the 4 years is just from the team inside. I did not know the meaning of an RTO before starting Snitch. So I was that bad. But I learned everything from, people inside, and just kept, sort of motivating them, sort of throwing newer numbers, sort of throwing newer projections. We said we are going to go offline, let's create 100 stores. There's 100 stores, I was pagal hai kya? I was like, yaar, theek hai, 10 to karte hain. So when you throw numbers, when you throw your vision, it becomes very easy for them, to sort of adapt that. As long as you keep them going, as long as you keep motivating them, we have an ESOP structure. Wherein every employee could, sort of have ESOPs. There is a structure built towards that, right? And that ESOP is just maybe paper today, but could come out to become a large value, once the company goes IPO, etc. So I think two things is: one, hire very, very smart people. Two, don't care for what sort of salaries, what sort of expenses today, but think of 6 months, 12 months, what is that going to bring? If that person who's drawing 60 lakhs, can he save 60 lakhs for you per year? If he can, then please hire him.
So on a very lighter note, he said it's very important that your team syncs with you really well. So which is very, very important. But you know what? Every entrepreneur has this problem. Banda आएगा interview के लिए, बोलेगा सर आप जो बोलोगे सब करूँगा. And then he's completely like awestruck with your vision. Sir कल से फतेह कर देंगे. And then he's there for a month, and the second month that guy is missing. So where is the problem?
So then, look, there are two things in hiring, right? One is your A team. I'm just talking about the A team. When you're hiring the A team, that needs to sync. I'll tell you how did we. So me and Chetan, I know him from almost 18 years. Once the idea of going Snitch online came in, I pitched him the idea, and he was more than happy to join. And over the last 4 years, there has not been an instance in a day that both of us have typed the same sentence. Exactly the same sentence also in a group where we have a conversation. Both of us are typing the same sentence and entered at, a single time. Secondly, when we hired Aniket, who's our CBO, right? I didn't even know this guy. I was speaking to Dalveer, who's a co-founder at Dunzo. So I just told him, यार देख मैं धंधे वाला हूँ, मेरे को इसको corporate बनाना नहीं आता है. The business is doing fine. I need someone who could, sort of build structure around it. He told me, यार देख Dunzo की तो अभी लगी पड़ी है. There is one guy who's just gone out, and he's on a break now. I think you should meet him. So I was like, okay. So he introduced me to Aniket. Aniket, reached out to me a couple of times. I was busy, so I ignored it. And one fine day, Aniket wrote me a message, saying that. I know, you're sort of busy, but, this is the sort of value I could add. Please at least meet me once. I see Snitch going to 1,000 crore in revenue. So that sort of struck by me. I called him up immediately, and then we met. He told me, yaar, kuch mat dena. I'll join in as a consultant. Week 1, as a consultant, he came 2 days to office. Week 2, he was there for 3 days. Week 4, he was there for 4 days. Week 5, he was there for 5 days. Literally, after 2 months, he was there with us entire day. All 7 days, all 6 days, whenever we were working. And then, one simple question I asked him, do you really think this could go to, 1,000 crore in number? He said, yes, in like 3-4 years. And I was like, then please join us and become the CBO. So when you're hiring the top leadership, it is like, a marathon. You have to prepare almost a year in prior when you know that, you're going to hire someone in the leadership role for the next year. You should start hunting, now, start meeting. It's more like that courtship period.
In fact, my next question was this, that when is the right time to actually go in for an expensive hire? So I think you almost...
Yeah, I think there is no right time, right? It all depends what do you lack in. If you think you lack in finance, get the best guy from finance. If you think you lack in supply chain, get the best guy who can solve supply chain. Wherever you think you lack, you have to get the right person. I was very bad with Excel sheet, so I brought in Aniket. I'm very bad with marketing, so Chetan came in. So I mean, wherever you're really bad at, get people there, sort of bet in saying that this is the best direction. Here I need a very, very strong person. If you get that person, grow from there, then you pick up the next piece, saying that now here I need the best person.
Absolutely.
Fair enough. So now we've been talking more about your work and building a team, hiring the right people, about your A team and your journey in Snitch. And another important question that kind of pops up into my mind is what role does your family play in your work? And where do you really need them at work when you're down and out? Is it just for finance? Is it motivation? Is it your day-to-day somebody to hear you out? Like what kind of support have you had from family and what it really helps you, sustain the daily pressures in day?
No, I mean, I think I've stopped telling sorry to my family now. I've started thanking them. Sorry I could not come. Now I'm like, thank you. Because of you, I could attend this meeting and not come with you. So I think they are like your spine, right? Very, very important. My kids, my wife, everyone. I mean, it is very, very difficult to express it in words. But there's a lot of sacrifice that happens with success, I think. Yeah, I mean,
I've seen you very closely, so I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
So it's more of a work-life balance that as an entrepreneur, it's very, very difficult to maintain. When you're working, you are just working, morning 7 a.m. or 5 a.m. till midnight 12 and you see nothing, no food, no family, nothing. So for an entrepreneur, maintaining a work-life balance, isn't it very, very difficult? Like what have you gone through?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to lead a normal life, then you need to have a balance. But if you want to sort of create an impact, be very different from others, and you want to get like really successful, and successful does not mean monetary. Successful to me means, can I create a brand which could go global? Success to me means, can I add value in every person who's working in Snitch? Can I create an impact in their life? So I mean, success is very, very different in different stages. But if you have an opportunity, there's no work-life balance. You have to double down. I don't know how many of you all have seen Shah Rukh Khan's video, which is going viral now, which is towards, this whole piece. And just last night, Aniket sent me and said, exact life. And people were actually commenting niche ke kya bakwas kar raha hai. You have to maintain a balance. You have to do, if you want to maintain a balance, amazing people have created amazing apps like Swiggy, sit at home, order, have your food, chill, go out, hang out with your friends, do all of that. If you love that and that is the life you choose, that's the best. Absolutely. I mean, that's the best sort of life. But if you want to create an impact, and go ahead in life, then I think, if
you want to reach excellence, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's not excellence. I think it is more about your passion, more about your conviction, etc.
Fair point.
So, of late, you've won a lot of awards, and Snitch has won a lot of awards. You personally have won a lot of awards. What does fame mean to you?
Fame means nothing. It just guarantees you a 24 hours job. And I think it's like a rented house, wherein you enter, you decorate the house. It may be furnished, semi-furnished, whatever. But end of the day, you will have to either leave it or someone will throw you out. So I think that's the best way.
Brilliant interpretation, I think. Correct. So.
Very nice. So this entire conversation has been broken down to 3 parts. One is the profession. The second is the people, where we talk about hiring and getting your A team in place. And now what we are touching is the third and the final phase, which is the personal aspect of Sid. I can call you Sid, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
With your permission. So that's the third aspect we are touching, and where we had a nice insight about what fame is, how you handle fame, how do you deal with fame, and how do you stay grounded when fame really strikes you. So that's very, very important, and like you rightly said. Now my next question would be: there's a book called Psychology of Money. I don't know how many of you read that. In that book, there's a very important concept which asks you how much is enough. Yeah. So the question to you is, when do you stop and when do you figure out how much is enough for me and where I need to stop?
So, I mean, going back, right, it's the same sort of thing. I think money is just a resource. and resources could be very different for different people. The only advantage that you can have with more money is maybe you are booking a flight ticket 4 days prior. I will book it 4 hours prior because I have that leverage and I can go to the airport, book the ticket, take a flight and go. But apart from the basic resources, it is nothing else. So there is no question of when or what is the sort of amount that could satisfy you. I think the less greedy you are, the more you will get. And if you're sort of, working towards a sort of mission, sort of vision, automatically it'll throw, whatever that you want to demand later on. But I think, there is no much difference. It is as good as, having a sort of Mercedes Benz, and if you're not happy, it is just like the fuel, right? And if fuel is not there, you can't drive it. So I think happiness and money both are equally important.
So recently you've been in the Shark Tank with the Sharks. Congratulations to get an all Sharks deal over there. What is your learning from Shark Tank?
I think the biggest learning for me there was facing the camera and being myself. That was the first time I ever went on air. I still remember that day, me and Chetan both were there. We left at 6:30 in the morning because we were told 8 o'clock is our slot. We went there and they said, no, there is a change in plan. We'll keep updating you. And I entered the tank at 10 in the night. So literally I was awake from 6 in the morning to 10 and I was super exhausted. There were a lot of people coming out and telling, aisa ho raha hai, it's not happening the right way. We were getting puzzled, frustrated, etc. Just before entering the tank, I had a coffee shot. Chetan just told me, be yourself. And I think being yourself, being true to whatever you stand for, and speaking with confidence sort of solves for everything that you want to do in life.
Absolutely. Then the rest is history.
Yeah.
Fantastic. With that, on that note, we almost come to the end of the conversation with Sid, and it was definitely a wonderful one. But how can you, end a conversation without a quick rapid-fire round? So it's time for a quick rapid-fire round where we ask him some candid questions, and let's understand what kind of answers he's got. So are you ready, Sid?
Absolutely. Always.
You're always ready. Awesome. So your first question is, if you were stuck in a lift, who would be the first person you would call?
Chetan.
Team, investor, customer, family. Align in priority. Team, investor, customer, family.
I think now it is team because that's my new family and it is very difficult to differentiate both. But I would say team and family. And I will anyways keep the investor in the last, which is the one in between.
Customer.
Then I would rephrase it. I would say customer, team and family, and then investors. Because I know team and family is going to stay there. Customer bhag sakta hai, so I have to sort of solve for that.
At what age do you want to retire?
No, yaar, I think it's a question that is not for me, I think. Even if I'm in a hospital bed, I would want that dashboard to be open and sort of see what are we doing.
So there's no plans of retiring at all?
No, I think retirement is more like a mental block, which I was actually with a company called Blue Dart. I'm sure everyone knows. Pratik was also there in that meeting. They came in to sell just to sort of grow business with us. But I saw the team. There was a 60-year-old, there was a 50-year-old, there was a 40-year-old, there was a 30-year-old. Everyone had 10 years generation gap, the entire team. And he was the India CEO of Blue Dart. I told him, forget about business. Tell me about how did you start and how did you build this team where there is, 4 generations sitting. And he's telling me I'm a 40-year-old Blue Dart guy. He's a 30-year-old. He's a 20-year-old. He's a 10-year-old. This guy is a 10-year-old and came back after 3 years. So this guy is almost, 20 years, but in between 3 years, he went somewhere else and he came back to Blue Dart. And how do you sort of, create that? But 2 things that stuck to my mind that day was, one, your top guy needs to be bang on, keep transferring, whatever you consume into the people below you. So that sort of struck. And the second thing he said, for us, Blue Dart is first. No matter what, it is always Blue Dart. as a company, we have certain policies in terms of how do we want to grow. And, we've maintained that for over 40 to 50 years, and that is why we are the number one, logistics company in India. So I think culture is very, very, very important. The sort of culture you inherit into your organization is very, very important. The first check that you need to do is culture fit. Right, you can't get a 60-year-old tomorrow in my office and tell him, you're going to handle or sit with a 25-year-old. That's not going to happen unless culturally there is a fit.
Fair enough. A little more personal in the rapid fire round is, what's your first celebrity crush like?
Celebrity crush, I think Kajol.
Nice. Who's easy to deal with, men or women?
I think men, and that's why, I always tell a lot of people ask me, when are you going into women's wear? I tell them, yaar, I can't understand a woman. How do you even want me to make clothes for them? It is so difficult.
Can you touch your toes without bending your knees?
I could earlier. I was almost 110 kgs. During COVID, I came down to 78. I had almost six-pack. And then again, now I'm having a sack. So the journey, I think I will take another 4 years to get there.
It's never too late though, huh?
Absolutely.
Lastly, one last question. An advice to all those CGI members. We all come from this industry of corporate gifting. CGAI stands for Corporate Gifting Association of India. And we have all the members who are from the same community. What would be your message to all the CGI members that they would want to take back home?
Sorry, just to give a perspective. So basically, advice for all our members in respect of how do we actually, we are at certain level of business today, and how do we actually scale up from this to the next level? Maybe there are certain pointers that you would like.
I think largely my only advice would be, you should take the right sort of risk whenever it is required. A lot of people don't do that, and that is why, they are stuck, and then they'll be, yaar, 4 साल पहले मेरे पास ये आया था, मैं कर सकता था. But तुमने नहीं किया ना 4 साल पहले, किसी और ने risk लिया था वो. So I think if you have the right risk-taking ability, second is if you can sort of create a moat against your competition and say, this is what I'm going to capture on. And, whether you're a distributor, whether you're a trader, whether you're a manufacturer, can you be the best in that segment or at least in one single SKU? Even if you're very good in one single SKU, that could, define you and make you grow. Because a lot of times what happens is everyone is sort of selling the same sort of products. Everyone is running around the same sort of price point. Everyone is running about, same sort of consumers also. Can you think of a different set of consumers itself? Don't think, yaar, मैं corporate gifting में इनको दूंगा ही नहीं. यहाँ तो सब है ना. So can I think of something where there is no one? If you start thinking in that direction, automatically, you start sort of thinking very differently. Like, just 2 days back, we were having a discussion in terms of supply chain. So we were like, we are opening 10, 12 stores. How do we manage inventory? So I told him, everyone were debating, bestseller se ye leke aate hai bande ko operations, we'll get this sort of person. I said, why do you want to get, people from outside? Just sort of think that these goods are perishable. Imagine these clothes to be perishable. Imagine you're in the FMCG business. Think that, this product which is not selling is like your milk. Can you move it immediately back to the warehouse? Think of, saying that this is Apple, this is selling the most fastest. I need to keep getting it again and again. So if you start thinking in a very different direction, and FMCG is the best example, how they convert inventories, how they manage expiry, how they do intra-store transfers, etc. So I think once you start coming out of that box and thinking very differently, you could create large businesses.
That's a great perspective. So the forum is open for questions.
So anybody who has questions, I'm sure काफी लोगों ने यहाँ पर नोट किए होंगे अपने questions और जिनको आतुरता से इन्हें questions पूछना होगा. तो make sure you stand up, introduce yourself and ask your question in not more than 20 seconds.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Avinash. And my question to you is related to the fashion industry. So I have been part of retail. And in fashion, you get a lot of dead stocks. So I heard you saying that we plan our inventory very well, betting on the fast-moving SKUs. But fashion industry moves very fast. And in that, You have so many SKUs. I'm sure there'll be a lot of dead stocks. What do you do with the dead stocks?
So look, fashion businesses can't be built without having dead stock. But the advantage that we have is our MOQ is very, very low. Because we are a vertically integrated company, right? And I don't even own any factory. So I'll just explain you the way our supply chain works, right? We have almost 18 to 20 factories who are committed or exclusive to us. They cannot manufacture for anyone else. They cannot even, sort of try and replicate the same product for anyone else. So they are purely exclusive to us. What we've told them is, boss, your capacity is 10,000. I'm fulfilling your entire 10,000 pieces. We largely cover up for their entire process problem, which is, getting raw materials, making the factory really agile, upskilling their laborers, sort of making CAD patterns and giving them, on silhouettes, etc. We told them we will take care of everything. You have to just cut the fabric, stitch it as per the SOP, and deliver it to the warehouse. That is all. So now the factory is very committed, because if he was working with 4 brands, he had to change his SOP with every brand. Plus there will be a seasonality drop. 4 months his factory will be underutilized, 8 months it will be overutilized. We told him, boss, 12 months I'm giving you guarantee, your entire capacity is mine. So with that we have a moat wherein I can launch as low as 50 pieces in one SKU, right? We make 50 pieces. There is a backend tech that we've built which sort of calculates the sell-through rate. Like if I launched 50 pieces today, 3 pieces sold first day, the system knows that the lead time for this is 60 days, okay? So now 3 pieces sold the first day, which is almost 7%, 5 pieces sold the next day, 10%, and maybe 10 pieces sold the third day, which is 20%. The system will calculate basis the lead time, saying that this is what you need to produce more. If you could build that system in your supply chain without even using any tool, just with pure Excel sheet, you could solve the entire supply chain problem. So just to answer your question short, yes, we do have dead stock, but it is in terms of less than 2-3%, which is just an unsellable condition.
Okay, so what happens to that?
So that largely there are 2 things. We try and do a CSR every year, try and donate these products to wherever we feel it should go. And the second could be the unused sort of products which cannot be used by anyone, and we don't even want to sort of donate. Then we sort of just sell them off in the offline liquidity market.
Right. So my second question is, you say we can produce as low as 50 pieces. So doesn't it cost more to produce less?
If you own the supply chain, no. Because you're guaranteeing the same price. So I've told him X is the amount. Okay, for example, 100 rupees is what I'm going to pay you for one shirt. Your entire capacity is 10,000. You will get 10 lakhs no matter what. Whether you produce this or you don't produce, you will get it. But our people inside create full visibility in terms of which factory working at what sort of capacity, what is the sort of raw material they have, and when is the next raw material going to go there, so that that chain is not broken.
Right. Your problem of stitching and labor is solved. But what about sourcing of fabric? Your sourcing of fabric becomes more expensive if you source less, and vice versa.
So I think, like I told you, right, this goes back to the earlier part. How do you build relationship with your suppliers? Every supplier that we work with, we tell him, boss, you have made 1,500 meters, give me 300 meters, within 7 to 10 days, I will tell you whether I want the balance 1,200 or no. And almost 70% times we have taken the balance 1,200 meters too. And he has grown, with us. So he understands that, holding this inventory is very, very important for me. Otherwise, maybe I will lose business with Snitch. So if you create that sort of impact in terms of being very sure that you're going to take that product back, he is going to hold for you.
Right. So as on date, if you take any particular SKU or hero SKU, how many pieces would you produce in that, or forecast that this much pieces will sell in a month?
So our logic is very simple, right? Because we want to be very light on inventory. मुझे पता है कि अगर jet black denim मेरा 500 पीस रोज बिक रहा है, तो I will not make 50,000 pieces and keep. मेरा कैलकुलेशन सिंपल है, इसका लीड टाइम 45 डेज है या 50 डेज है, और ये 50 पीसेस रोज बिक रहा है, तो आई हैव टू ओनली मेक 2,500. The system automatically will throw after 10 days saying that you make another 1,000 or you make another 500. Because just because I'm very sure I'm making 50,000 pieces, it is not necessary that demand is going to continue. So you have to just always check your sell-through rate. If you take your top 10 hero products, check, okay, I had imported 100 pieces or I had bought 100 pieces. What was the sell-through rate? Like 10 people saw it, what was the conversion rate? If 10 people saw it, 2 bought it. So your conversion rate is almost 20%. Then you predict for your supply, saying that what is the lead time for this? And if you can just do those basic mathematics, you will get the answer.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Avinash. Can we have, we are open to questions. I'm sure a lot of people must be having a lot of questions. Can you quickly raise your hands and shoot questions? Who's up next? Okay, we have, can we pass on the mic till the end? And we have Imtiaz who wants to ask a question. Meanwhile, others also can keep their questions ready. And ये मौका आपको बार-बार मिलने वाला नहीं है. So whatever questions you have in mind, make sure you ask.
Hi, I'm Imtiaz. I represent Fuzo.
Hey, hi,
my question is that since you're a brand today, eventually all the bigger brands today were a startup sometime. But today when you see them, there are a lot of first copies available in the market. My question is that, how do you deal with competition with your own first copies?
So I think that's a problem which legality will solve. We can't solve it. But it's always very tough to handle those situations, I think. We have fake websites coming up. We don't yet have fake products coming out. So fake websites could be easily dealt with. You have a DMCA wherein you could report, give your proof, and the website is pulled down within 24 to 48 hours. So I think largely, like I told you, if you are working with the true sort of partner, like if your question was more towards that you want to trade in HP cartridges, but you're not sure if it is genuine or fake, then you should go with the authorized dealer itself and make sure that that dealer is audited by HP and go to an extensive sort of KYC before even thinking to do that. So that will solve your entire problem.
But again, India is a price-sensitive market wherein people just look at the price and not exactly if it's a true brand or a first copy. So it actually doesn't matter to them whether it is a first copy or a true brand. But this is where the actual concern lies, where people are just copying left, right, and center.
So like I told you, right, if people are copying left, right, center, the only thing you could do is either you stop selling them. You tell ke boss, iska to bahut copy ban raha hai, main nahi karunga. Or you keep telling your consumers ke mine is genuine, mine is genuine. Someday he will hear and he will, sort of shift once he knows that the one that he was buying is fake. So there is no right answer to it. I think either you take that and then be true to yourself and tell, no, I'm going to sell the authentic product only. I don't want to sell that fake product. Or, you look after something else and probably create. And even brands, right? Brands are not created over 2 years, 3 years. The brands are decades. We don't even call ourselves as a brand. We call ourselves more like a startup because, once you associate yourself with a brand, your thinking is very different. Once you associate yourself with a startup, it is very different. Startup is all about hustle. Startup is all about innovation. Startup is all about, thinking very, very differently.
Bang on, bang on. Any other questions do we have? Yes, we have the gentleman over there. Can you quickly introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Aman Bhargav. Yeah. I'm from Soumya Creations. How did your education or your prior work experience help you, be where you are? And what would your top 3 or top 5 steps you would have taken if you would have joined a family-run business or a small business without any, any mentor or any experience or exposure, and how to grow, try to grow the company to where you are today?
So, just to confirm you, I'm not even a BCom graduate. Education, I think, is a must. But if you're not good at it, doesn't mean you can't do anything in life. The second part is, everyone is seeing this. Anyone's journey. You pick up not only my journey, like any, even from the Tatas to whose ever journey, they have started very, very low and which is very, very small. When I started with a small retail store which was 350 square foot, wherein I used to sell surplus clothing. So from there, then, you know, I could build network. I went into trading, then I went on to manufacturing. And after like, you know, almost 14, 15 years of that experience, I started Snitch. So I think at different levels, I found different smart people, made them mentors to reach the next step. And then again, you know, sort of outgrew from there. And, you know, I truly believe you become the average of 5 people surrounding you. So if you have 5 smart people, you will be the average of all those 5. Or if you have, so you can choose how many dumb people and how many smart people do you want to stay with. If you're staying with 4 dumb people and 1 smart, then your smartness reduces. If it is vice versa and you're with 4 smart people and 1 dumb, then, you know, sort of that elevates. So I think largely, even if you don't have anything, if you have the grit, you know, talent. Aniket just taught me this 2 days back. He sent me a message that, you know, talent is grit. It is nothing else. If you have that grit, you know, you will keep working on it day in and day out. It will automatically create impact.
Thank you.
Just to add to this, for a lot of people who don't know, the family business that they used to run was gold. Gold. They had a retail store, a gold retail store, and he never had any mentor or he never had any direction as to, you know, that he has to start a brand of his own. Like I told you, he used to go around with those blue bags and selling garments. So I'm very close to him, so I know all this, so I can just give you all a perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I told my dad that, you know, लड़कियों का size check कर मैं थक गया हूँ मेरे को ज्वेलरी नहीं करना है. And you know, he was courageous enough, because being the only son, you know, it is very difficult for your father to let you go and start something which is very, very new to you. But he was like, yaar, 18 years old, let him go. Either he will, you know, sort of fall down and come back to me, or maybe he will keep falling down and eventually start running. So I think I did the other one.
Thank you very much. We have another question over there. Looks like everybody's so excited and filled with so many questions. So it's a good sign, huh?
Obviously, yes. Hi, my name is Vijay and I'm from Srinidhi Office Automation here in Bangalore. Just wanted to understand, I wanted to pitch in my question, but probably Kunal just hinted answer to it, or probably you yourself. Wanted to understand, like, you know, you started with a single store and now you are here today. How difficult was that, or how easy was that to manage the investments, or the finances rather?
So I think I've sort of answered that. But I think for me, largely, it has been staying true to my commitment always. When I started Snitch, I started with, not even Snitch. So when I started my first retail store, I took 2 lakh rupees from my dad to set up that store, interiors, deposit, all including. And I told him I'm going to give you back in 6 months, and I made sure I gave him back. That created trust. Every supplier I worked with, I told him, you give me the stock, give me 3 days time, I'm going to come and pay you back. I made sure within 3 days I went and paid him back. And that has sort of become, you know, a habit in me, that I hate when, you know, someone calls me even for any sort of money. And I've built the entire business on suppliers' money, right? I've not put in anything. Literally started my career with 11,000 rupees of my own. And everything else was either someone else's. But you know, continuously staying true to your commitments, building that relationship, work with good 4 vendors rather than working with 50 different vendors, but create, you know, sort of trust and make them grow with you, it will automatically happen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That's a great piece of information. Thank you.
Any other questions? We'll take last 2 questions for the evening before we wrap up for our networking session. Last 2 questions. Anybody has any questions? Yes, we have one. Let's pass the mic over there. Wahan par, there's a gentleman. Quickly introduce yourself and you can ask a question.
Hi everyone. Hi Siddharth. Siddhant this side. So I represent a perfume company. So basically, like, you know, in perfume, you must be aware, like the kind of competition that we are facing, right? So I just wanted to know, what's your take on like how we can penetrate into the market, like whether it's B2C, B2B, through the point of, like, you know, price? What's it?
Do you know Bella Vita?
Yeah.
Do you know how did Bella Vita start and what did they do?
Exactly. Like we know about their marketing strategies and everything.
So that's the answer. I mean, if you can sort of create a very simple tagline saying that this is expensive, this is cheaper, quality is same, and fragrance is same. And keep narrating that story again and again. Just make a video yourself and put it out on Instagram. People are going to buy it. Maybe they will buy 5, maybe they will buy 10, but that will keep creating a loop. So largely what did Bella Vita do? Nothing, right? They took international brands and they found out that they are at 5,000 to 10,000 range. They said, let's make this for India and make it in the price point of 500 to 700, selling price, sort of 500 to 700, and created a story there. Wherein, every time Akash, comes out himself and is spraying that perfume with, sort of covering the name, he tells, guess how much is this perfume for? People smell, they will say this is David of Cool Water, maybe 5,000, and then he shows that, no, this is Bella Vita, and just for 500. If you can create, problem statement reels, which people can share, then obviously you don't need to, spend even a penny on marketing.
Sure. Thank you.
I hope you've been answered that way. One last question for the evening. Anybody else? Anybody else here who wants to ask a question? Snehal Bhai, please. Please pass the mic to Snehal Bhai and he can ask a question.
Hi, I'm Snehal from Hyderabad. My company name is Accolade. And I'm happy to tell you that I'm an ex-Blue Data. Worked with them for 10 years in customer service.
Oh, wow.
And that was the reason it encouraged me to leave Blue Dart and start something of my own. So I really like the thing that you said, you learn from the other companies and that ego was not there in you. That, no, I should not.
No, sir, I learned from my customer support executives. I learn patience from my customer support executives, right? Because they've been thrashed for my doings. So just understand, I have made a wrong product or maybe shipped a wrong product to them and they are actually bombarding my customer support. So I've learned patience from them. I've learned, how to stay calm under situations when people are actually, how Indian consumers are like. Exactly. They'll be like MC, BC, whatever. And, to have that sort of patience, I salute them and I keep telling them that, y'all are the only people who are the voice of snitch. No one is speaking to me because we are all internet. Now we have offline stores, but largely we are all internet. So I think learning is a perspective. Maybe I'm learning at least 5 or 10 things here and then going.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Should we take one last question? Yes or no? Yes? Okay, one last question from Avinash.
Sorry, just one last thing. What's the story behind the name Snitch? Why Snitch?
So honestly speaking, I didn't know the meaning of snitch before naming it. I saw Dwayne Johnson's movie. I was on my computer table, saw this movie named Snitch, liked the name, it was just small, did not even know the meaning. I went to trademark public search, search for Snitch, class 25, enter, says not found, applied. That's it. 10 years later, I had almost 10-20 such names. I chose this because it was very short and it was easy for people to recall. And that was the only reason. There was nothing else. Chetan came in and brought in a lot of perspectives on how do you now tell snitch, because snitch means chugli. Largely, right? It is spying.
That was my point.
Yeah. So
snitch
now
is kind of a negative word. So how did you,
Yeah. So that job Chetan has done, you should ask him. He started telling people we are snitching on trends, we are snitching on fashion. You become a snitch. All these sort of narratives.
Thank you so much for all the wonderful audience. जिन्होंने इतने अच्छे questions पूछे यहाँ पर. If you guys just look around yourself, I want you to just look around, look at the back and see that we are today a full house. So for CGAI South today, it's definitely a big breakthrough to have a full house, and this event has been a grand success. So before I kind of thank all the people here, I'd like to call upon Kunal to take the proceedings forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aman, and thank you, Siddharth. For a great perspective on your business and how you've grown this over a period of time. Thank you for inspiring all of us. I think all of us will take something back home. Thank you so much for being here. Please, you can take your seats. A big round of applause for Siddharth, Snitch and team. Glad to have you all here.
Ladies and gentlemen, यहाँ पर हमारे साथ करीबन 70, that is 70 to 100 people are here in this auditorium right now. लेकिन तालियां सिर्फ और सिर्फ 15 लोगों की बच रही है. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have a big round of applause for Siddharth here from Snitch? Come on, I still can't hear everybody clapping. Come on. Thank you.
I'd like to call upon Snitch team on the dais, and we would like to present you a small gift that we've bought for you. So, a small token of appreciation from our side. Would like small feedback from our very own Dada from Hyderabad, all the way from Hyderabad. Like to have a few words from you, sir.
It is a wonderful feeling to be there among you all people. When I have come here, I had lots of apprehensions, what is happening around and what is this going to be. But when I heard about Siddharth, then I said I should be here, because I have seen him in the Shark Tank. Now coming back into, okay, we heard enough about Siddharth and I was about to ask him a question. The genesis of Snitch, anyway, Avinash has asked that, so I give it to them with the credit. Now coming back into CGI, this is one platform I have seen where getting all kinds of people on one platform and making it as an extended family. Okay, there are lots of weaknesses, there are lots of positiveness and everything. So is there in the families also. So we are all embracing everything and we are going in one particular direction and we are going. And kudos to Bangalore team, and I'm very happy I'm being a part of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your feedback. Sriraj gifts to give the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Kunal sir. I take this opportunity on behalf of CGI and my team to thank each and everybody for coming here and gracing the occasion. It gives me great pleasure to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Siddharth for being part of this wonderful event and inspiring all of us. Finally, we want to thank our sponsors for year-long collaboration, True Global Brand and Fuso, and all the outstation members for visiting our event and gracing the occasion. Thank you. Thanks a lot for your support, and looking forward for such more events in future. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to the networking event of CGI. My name is Avinash.
Thank you.
Please state your name, your company's name, and which city are you from for the viewers.
Hey, hi Avinash, I'm Praveen and I represent a brand called antmascot.com, and this is the platform where we are onboarding all the manufacturers, OEMs and the supplier to reach out to the larger audiences. And
very nice.
Thanks to CGI, who's really helping us a lot in making our organization and the platform more robust and authentic.
Very nice. So from how many years are you a member of CGI?
It's almost 4 years now, yeah.
Very nice. So can you please tell us your experience before CGI and after CGI? What has been different in your journey?
So it was like, before things were quite isolated. I wasn't aware about most of the suppliers, authentic supplier rather, and CGI has helped us reaching out to the authentic supplier, spread across Pan India, and that bring us a lot of supply chain issues, related issues to be resolved. And when it comes to corporate gifting, the challenge is the client keeping the samples, they wait for 10 days, and the 11th day they want delivery to be done.
Right.
And when you have a right supplier with you on your platform, things becomes much easier. So thanks to CGI and the people associated with CGI.
That's a very good word that you used, authentic supplier.
That's true.
So because CGI is a closed network, and it is everybody entering into our group is always through a reference, so it's kind of naturally verified.
True.
So a kind of trust and a bond is built instantaneously. It's a very good terminology that you used. So if I were to ask you, what is the big takeaway that you have from CGI in the past 4 years? Have you landed a big client or a big deal or any other connect or resource?
When we talk about CGI, that validates your existence in this industry. And nowadays, what we have seen is that the client also started acknowledging CGI, and the people, if they are associated with CGI, they trust their supply chain quite well. And it is helping us in validating our existence, and we really want CGI as a brand to grow even more louder and bigger and global rather, to make India as one of the biggest supplier across the globe.
Very nice. Before I let you go, please complete this sentence for me. I love CGAI because
it brings authenticity in the system.
True. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the networking event of CGI. With me now is the veteran in the industry, Mr. Ashok. He is the pioneer in corporate gifting, and although I know him very well, for the sake of the viewers, sir, please mention your name, with what's your company's name and which city are you from?
Ashok Kumar, Shah Marketing is the firm, and I am from Bangalore.
Sir, from how many years are you with CGI, or rather, you are one of the founding members of CGI? I'm only introducing. So he is the one part who's involved in building CGI. And sir, if I were to ask you, from beginning of CGI till now, or even before CGI, how was the industry, and after the forming of CGI, what changes have come in the industry? What positive impact has it got to the industry?
Before this corporate gifting, it was like from where to get the item, or people were under question mark, will I get, will I be able to supply, all those small question mark altogether, it becomes a very big question mark for any person to supply.
Sure.
But after this, it has become just one click and one message you send across. People are there helping each other. कि भाई ये item इसके पास मिल जाएगा, here it's available, you can contact this person, or I will supply you. So it has become much easier for any person to source any item for that matter. It could be Indian or imported. Nothing is impossible under the banner of CGI now.
I understand, sir. Very nice. What is CGI to you?
It's basically connecting people more. Like this industry is like an ocean. The more you are connected, the more you focus, the trust on it, it is like you will grow to unlimited. There's no end to it. Like it's very easy to grow if you are with CGI.
Absolutely. So before I let you go, please complete this sentence for me. I love CGI because it all the kind of people who are connected with the CGI members are really lovable. They are very kind by heart and support each other. That is the major point in this. So we are family. 100% one family under one roof. Thank you.
I said, under CGI, ocean is the limit.
I understand. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Have a nice day. Hello and welcome to the networking event of CGI. My name is Avinash, and I would like to introduce yourself, your name, your company's name, and which city are you from for the sake of the viewers.
Hello everyone. So my name is Kushal. I run a company called BoxUp Luxury Gifting. So our domain is boxupgifting.com. So we make gift hampers for all occasions, and for especially in corporate gifting, we make really good executive gift hampers and onboarding gift like employee joining kit. And basically our setup is in Bangalore.
Very nice. So how many years are you a member of CGI?
It's been good 3 years that I'm part of CGI, and I would say that it's so good. I'm so happy to be part of CGI. It's because I've grown. I would also say that I've grown because of CGI. That one reason being I do not want to. Because that there are so many people that I can confidently say that I have 100 warehouses, because I use their warehouse as like mine. So the stock, I don't need to keep so much stock as every. I mean, it's not necessary to keep all the stock. So they're like my very good partners. So it's an amazing because it's very easy to get client, but it's very, very hard to fulfill the client's requirement. And without CGI, I don't think I would have grown so much. So thanks a lot to CGI. I feel I'm blessed, and I don't know. I think I've said enough. So thanks a lot.
Very well said. Before I let you go, please complete the sentence. I love CGI because.
I love CGI because I've grown 500% year on year. That's all.
And that is true, huh? He has grown 500% year on year.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Hello and welcome to the networking session of CGAI. My name is Avinash. Please state your name, your company's name, and which city are you from for the sake of the viewers.
Manish from Novel Gifting, Bangalore, and we are in corporate gifting.
All right. So from how many years are you a member of CGI?
If I'm not wrong, three years.
Okay, very nice. So please state your experience before becoming a member and after becoming a member. What changes have you seen in your business?
Before becoming member, it's like having a vendor, a trustworthy vendor. It takes a lot of time.
True.
A lot of background verification, whether he is right or wrong. Because without having a payment transfer, nobody trusts you, or neither you trust them.
True.
So it is a base where it gives you a trust. This person will not go away with your money. You can trust him on the quality, on the money. But yes, there are always a hiccups, but it gives a stability on your confidence and the contacts.
Absolutely, because a CGI member is always enrolled through a reference.
Correct.
So the trust factor is already built in.
True.
Very nice, true. So what is your big takeaway from CGI? Did you crack a very big deal sometime, or get a very good client, or got a good network, good connect? What is your big takeaway from it?
I'll be truthful. I'm not using a CGI to the 100% that I should use it. That I'm let's being a truthful. But yes, being in CGI, what happens? It's a community. We all are in the same business. When you think as an individual, you will think at a phase.
Correct.
When you meet 10 people who are doing better than you,
Correct.
at least you will get to their thinking level.
Right.
And what are they thinking? What are their perspective? So you get to do something better in your business.
So you learn from the veterans,
yes,
you learn from people who are doing better.
Meet the giants in the business, and let's learn from them and implement in the business, and let's
also grow
with
accordingly.
them. Grow with them. So
True,
this is
absolutely.
what my perspective is with the CGI.
Absolutely, very nice. So before I let you go, please complete this sentence. I love CGAI because.
To learn, to grow, and to be a better person and a better businessman.
Very nice. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome to the CGI networking event. Please state your name, your company's name, and which city are you from?
My name is Sushrut. Company's name is Tipoya Enterprises Private Limited from Bangalore.
And what does Tipoya do?
Tipoya is into distribution of multiple products. We also have certain in-house brands across multiple categories, which is into luggage, home and kitchen, and electronics.
Okay. And from how many years are you a member of CGI?
If I'm not wrong, about 6 years.
Well, that's a long time. So what is your experience with CGI?
Experience with CGI has been really good. It is an organization of the industry, doing a lot of work for the industry, and it kind of brings all of us together. So that is one of the pro things about CGI right now.
So you're a member from 6 years, which means you have renewed 6 times or 5 times. What is the reason? Why do you keep renewing? What do you get from CGI? What's the big takeaway?
Big takeaway would be largely 2 or 3 things. One is a pan-India reach. CGI, I think, gives you members from across India, north, south, west and east as well. Right. And secondly, you get to learn quite a lot from the peers, because if certain problems that I am facing and somebody else is, and they found a solution, I kind of get to learn from them. So that is the second thing. And third thing, it's just a group of like-minded people. So that's why I like being here.
Very nice. Thank you so much. Before I let you go, please complete this sentence for me. I love CGI because...
Great network.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Thank you. Hello and welcome to the networking event of CGI. Please state your name, your company's name, and which city are you from?
Well, I'm from Bangalore. My name is Vishal Belani, and I run a firm called Souvenir.
So what does Souvenir do?
We are located in Bangalore and we are into corporate gifting.
Okay. So from how many years are you a member of CGI?
I guess maybe from 4 years, I guess now.
Right. So that's nice. You're a member from a long time. So what makes you renew every year?
Well, the first thing that I can talk about is the networking events that are conducted. We get good knowledge. We get to meet different people. We get to know their experiences, which helps us grow. Well, apart from that, it's very difficult for a corporate gifting guy to meet their suppliers or whom they are dealing with. There are many friends also in the gifting industry, so it's very difficult to meet because of the work. This event brings everybody together, and it creates a great, fun environment, which is wonderful, as you see here today.
Absolutely. So what has been your big takeaway in the last 3-4 years?
Well, everybody says, "Milke kaam karo aur bada karo." So that's one of the biggest takeaway. When we work together as a team, there are a lot of things that can be achieved. But when we work as competitors, then we are divided.
Spot on. That's a perfect statement. I think everybody here, at some point or the other, even people who are not yet joined or want to join, at some point or the other, they have this mindset that he is my competition. And what if, we are together, then, we might lose business. But actually, it's the other way around. When you collaborate, you gain more than you lose. So that's a big takeaway. Thank you so much for this statement.
If I can add something, if people have been to Tamil Nadu, places like Tirupur, Erode, every second shop is actually a cloth shop.
Absolutely.
Where they deal.
Right.
So now you can consider them as competitors or maybe collaborators.
Absolutely.
But everybody has their own set of clients. The clients trust them. The market is so huge that you can keep expanding.
Yes.
So yes, meet them as friends. Yes, maybe they are your competitors in some company, but meet them as friends. When you meet as friends, you never know what all clicks. कभी-कभी तो बोलते हैं यार ये order तू कर ले.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Anything is possible.
Anything is possible in friendship, but this is not possible when you compete.
Absolutely. Yes. I agree with you. So before I let you go, please complete this sentence for me. I love CGI because...
Well, I love CGI because we collaborate here.
Oh, very nice. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome to the networking event of CGI. Please state your name, your company's name, and which city are you from?
Hello, thanks for this wonderful opportunity. I'm Prajwal Kashyap, representing Bhadrakali Print and Gifts from Mysuru. CGAI has been a really great platform for us to build network among the people in the industry with whom we are working, and also to deal with big brands as well as for the availability of the material within the city and with locally. CGI has really been a great platform for us.
Very nice. So you're from Mysore. We have people here from Hyderabad. We have people here from Chennai. So it's a very good networking event where you get to meet a lot of people and gain a lot of knowledge. So from how many years are you a member of CGI?
Honestly, I'm not a member yet, but today I'm going to be a member.
So yeah, we have a new entrant here. So what makes you join? What mindset did you get that you said, okay, I should join CGI now?
Because we are a very small enterprise in Mysuru, but I'm aiming big. I want to build network amongst the people in the same industry, as well as to do big business, as well as I want to understand how to deal with corporates and what is the game that's happening in big deals in the same industry. And I strongly believe that CGI will definitely help me to scale up. That's the point.
So you're spot on. I mean, with experience, I can tell you that you are meeting the right people, who's of the industry, the right manufacturer, the right importer.
Yes, that's true.
And you get a lot of networking done here. You meet a lot of people from across India.
That's true.
Which will expand your horizon, and it will definitely give you growth by leaps and bounds.
That's
so I wouldn't ask you the last question, why CGI, or please complete the sentence for me. Why do I love CGI? So I would just let you go now because you're a new entrant. I would ask you this question the next time I meet you.
Okay.
And all the best. We'll see you on board, and have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome to the networking event of CGI. Please mention your name, your company's name, and which city are you from?
Yeah, hi, good evening. Thank you for the invite. My name is Mohit Kumar. I represent Rockwood Science and my firm's located in Bangalore. So we are into manufacturing and of promotional items, mugs, t-shirts, joining kits, backpacks, etc.
Okay. Very nice. So from how many years are you a member of CGI?
It's been a month, I guess. I'm a new member. I'm a fresh member of CGI.
So I, just for the viewers, I know him personally. He's maybe a new member in CGI, but he's an old person in the industry, right? In business from a very long time. So welcome to CGI.
Thank
How
you,
do you
sir.
feel joining us, and why did you join us?
No, it's actually great to join CGI because it's good to know people from your industries. What I feel, collaborate, grow. That's the tag. And the reason for joining CGI was this one: key. I'll meet new members and everyone and collaborate and grow with them.
Yeah, and meet new old members also, which
Yeah.
you usually don't
Always,
meet. Yeah.
always. I do always meet them.
Okay, so I won't take much of your time. You're new here. I want you to go and network, have a nice time. The food is ready. Enjoy the food.
Thank you so much,
And
sir.
have a nice evening.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Welcome to the networking event of CGI. Please mention your name, your company's name, and which city are you from for the viewers.
Thank you. Hi, good evening. My name is Dev Ninani. We're based in Bangalore. We have a company called Urban Gear Gifts. We're 4 partners: Mukesh, Suraj, Sanjay, and myself, Dev. It's a pleasure to be here tonight and have an opportunity to talk about the gift industry and CGAI and whatever else we'd like to talk about.
Sure. From how many years are you a member of CGI?
I think it's about, 8, 9 years, 10 years maybe, since we started the company.
Right.
I think so, yeah.
So, like one of the founding members, and it's a privilege to be here with them, although many of you might not know, but we know them very personally. So, the next question I would like to ask you is, why CGI?
Well, I think at the time that we started and we joined, there was nothing out there. And I think it is the founding committee, the founding organization that put the gift industry together down here, at least for us in the South is what we've seen.
Right.
Of course, over the years, you've got different cities in India, different areas, but for Bangalore at that time, it was CGAI. That's what, and then of course, over the years, it has developed. Now CGI is everywhere across India.
Absolutely. So, your team and your company is one of the oldest companies in Bangalore for gifting industry, and you have witnessed the change, a drastic change from pre-CGI to post-CGI. Can you please let me know an insight on how the industry has changed post-CGI?
I think back in the day, a lot of companies here were very to themselves. There was no PR, there was
Right.
no networking,
Right.
there was no marketing, there was a
Right.
fear of talking about things because of competition. There was a
Right.
fear of doing something somebody else will copy you. See, at the end of the day, business is going to evolve. Now, whether it be China and Alibaba, whether it be India and something else, it's not about copying, it's about doing what you're good at doing and just getting on with it. There will always be competition. So I think that fear stopped a lot of people getting together.
Right.
It was good that the committee came up, the organization came up with something that brought people together. Now, had that not been done, we wouldn't be standing here right now.
Absolutely,
But then as friends,
absolutely.
we'd have met for tea, coffee, of course. But then when you have an event like this where, about 80, 90 people tonight?
Yes.
It's a Saturday night.
Right.
I mean, it's a fantastic turnout.
Right.
This is Bangalore, and it's come a long way from what it was 10 years ago. So I would say it has made a difference. I would say the hard work of the people in it. And it's not that you have only this to do. All of you are people working in your own businesses
Absolutely.
and organizations and things that
Absolutely.
you're doing. This is extra time.
Right.
This is extra work. So
Right.
we appreciate the fact that you're taking that effort to put on something to benefit us and to give us a chance to network and be together. Had you not taken that effort, we wouldn't be here today because we'd be in our office or doing something else.
Absolutely.
So it's an appreciation.
Thank you.
But please give me some more questions. I'm enjoying this. Please continue.
So, what is the big takeaway from CGI? What have you gained in the last 8-10 years that you can recall that, okay, maybe it can be anything, can be a big client or a networking or big learning, any big takeaway from CGI?
Look, I think it's the same thing what I said earlier. Just come together. And if we come together closer and closer, look, we're all going to have our individual business agendas.
Right.
There's going to be competition. There's going to be this and that. Half the people here, we're all competitors to each other in some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
But if you turn that word around and you say collaborators,
Right.
you make a positive impact on the people in front of you. So maybe you're selling t-shirts, maybe we're selling t-shirts, maybe you're selling bottles, we're selling bottles. It doesn't matter. We're collaborators. And the thing is, if we can come together, there's enough in this country for everybody to eat.
Absolutely. It's an
look-
ocean.
You know, the corporate gifting industry in India is, I don't know how many billions of US dollars. We're just a tip of this.
Right.
So even if you talk about competition, just say it's collaboration, because at the end of the day, that's what we're doing.
Absolutely.
We're collaborating, we're networking, we're trying to figure it out, and we can eventually help one another.
Right.
I think the biggest fear is, like what I said earlier, 10 years ago, people are scared to talk.
I know.
To open up.
I know.
To show information, disclose information. Now information is everywhere. It's on the internet.
Right.
Now it's about how you collaborate
Right.
to make it better, not only for yourself, but for the whole environment. So
Absolutely.
take it positive. Take it
Absolutely.
positive.
A few years back, if you see in the CGI events, you wouldn't find many people.
Oh no.
And slowly the numbers started increasing. And now you see people coming in, even today from Hyderabad, from Chennai. I met a person from Mysore.
Yeah.
So people are eventually letting go of the fear and starting to collaborate.
Well, that was one of the things I mentioned earlier inside the
Right.
room. I mean, I spoke to some of your peers and colleagues over here, and I was just saying that 10 years ago, it was not like this.
Right.
We did not meet in a five-star hotel and talk, and we didn't have all that. It was
Right.
it was just starting. So step by step, the organization has grown. The organization has done good things for the industry, and just be positive about it. Nothing is perfect. Everything takes time to build, right?
Absolutely.
So India is a fantastic place. The country, the market is great. I mean, I'm not from here. I'm an Indian. I'm a Sindhi, but I was born and raised outside. So I've been here 10 years now. This country is the fastest growing economy in the world right now. I mean, you look at every
Absolutely.
other market in the world, this is the best place to be in. And in fact, I would invite not only fellow Indians across the world, fellow country people from any part of the world, any country, come on over to India, do the gifting business in India, develop the whole economy, develop the country, develop the segment, and do more business. There's a lot more to do here. This is just the tip of it. It's the tip of it.
Absolutely. So before I let you go, one last thing.
No, don't let me go. I'm happy to talk. Continue. This is fun. This is fun. This is fun.
I need to interview more people.
Oh, you need to. Oh, sorry, I'll let you interview more people. I enjoy it. It's fine.
Okay. So before I let you go, complete the sentence for me.
Yeah.
I love CGI because.
I love CGI because it's the committed effort of industry veterans who want to bring it together and come in one full circle.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Real pleasure. Thank
Have
you
a nice
so
evening.
much, and thank you for giving me the time. Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you all for making it to the event in such a large number. It was glad to have you all over here, and our sumptuous dinner is ready. I think we all can go and look forward to our dinner. Before that, we could have a small photograph at the dais. Would like all of you all to please join in. We could have as many as possible. Thank you so much.